is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty, back here with another episode of our My Team Makeover. If you are new to the channel and have not yet, please smash the subscribe button as we're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. To be eligible for My Team Makeover, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter, reply to my tweet, and all I do is look at, the replies, go through them, pick out some squads to go over each and every weekend. So if that's something you would be interested in the future, make sure to follow me on Twitter and stay tuned every weekend when I put out the My Team Makeover tweet. So starting today off, we do get a lineup from Sid. It says he has 800K to work with. So I see Jaylen Brown on the end of the bench, and I'm going to move him right here because Tyreke Evans can't play. Same thing with Maurice Lucas. I'm sorry, Bob Love, but I like Maurice Lucas a little bit more. So first thing, if you have 800K, badge these two up. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you to do, okay? And after that, we're going to make a few simple adjustments. Now, the reason I'm going to tell you to pick up Zion is because I firmly believe he is a top 5 card overall in the game. For his price right now, they just dropped more flash glitch packs. It's going to be hard to find him for cheaper than he's going for now. And then the next thing I would try to do is upgrade Hal Greer and Kevin Love. Those are the next two things I try to do. So at the center position, I'm going to plug in a new guy in Serge Ibaka. Gives you basically everything Kevin Love does outside of the range extender, and on the defensive end, he is a lot better. And Hal Greer, he's okay, but give me a badged up Stockton 10 times out of 10 over Hal Greer. This next squad here was sent in by Matt, who has almost 300K to work with, and that's plenty of MT, especially with a squad like this. Now, his Wiseman's evoed up, and an evoed up Wiseman's not a bad guy. Like, you can play with an evoed up Wiseman, no doubt about it. So, obviously, if he's in the squad, he likes him, so I'm going to let him rock with that evoed up Wiseman. With that being said, there are just a few simple adjustments that I would make to the squad. Monte Ellis is fine, JB is fine, Tyreke is fine, Bob Love, and Serge. That's a fine starting lineup. I don't love Hal Greer, and I don't love Bailey Howell at the 3. Now, what I would do, I would choose between Bailey Howell, Boris Diaw, run one of them, and then cut one of them. That's my honest opinion on them. And so let's say you like Boris Diaw more, and I'm going to plug in a guy who I personally like quite a bit in Klay Thompson. Now, a lot of people might think Klay's getting a little bit outdated, this and that, but Klay's longevity is there, man. Has the Hall of Fame catch and shoot, one of the most knockdown shooters in the game, and he's 6'6", so he can hold it down at that small forward position, definitely. You guys know how I feel about Hal Greer. I don't love the card, and maybe eventually you might want to, get rid of Hal, move Mitchell there, move Klay there, and then pick up a guy like Zion Williamson, for example, since you have that type of MT. But for now, this is the squad I would rock out with. If you want to, another option, try to maybe pick up a badged out Steve Francis. But no doubt about it, Hal Greer is fine. Even if you want to, you could move Klay here and go for Zion here. But I'm biased towards Zion. Most of these cards are reward cards, which I obviously always encourage. This next squad here was sent in by my guy No Milk, and honestly, No Milk, I wish I could make an adjustment to this squad. But what do you want me to sit here and say? Like, honestly, I don't know what I can say. This squad is perfect. I love the Zion AD duo. KD, I've not played with him enough to really know. Reddish stock, obviously incredible. Monte, JR, Grant Hill, Draymond, and Collins. What do you want me to say about this squad, No Milk? Just keep doing your thing. This next squad here was sent in by Charles on Twitter. Says he has 125,000 MT to work with. Now, the first thing I want to note is I don't love his bench at all. Like, his bench, I absolutely hate it. But we'll get there, okay? We're just gonna work piece by piece. Otis is fine if he's badged. Cam Reddish, JB, Zion, and Patrick. That starting fine is legitimately fine. So we got over 100K to work on our bench. Let's take it piece by piece. So at the center position, let's start by adding Serge Ibaka. Great addition. I get you at Al Horford, Bob Lanier, but Serge is definitely a great addition here, okay? And then you got the shooting guard position. I will always encourage anybody on a budget to pick up this guy. He doesn't play like a budget shooting guard at all. He's one of the top shooting guards in the game. I'm going to move Mullen to the 3. Then you're going to start to see the squad come together. Now, I mean, you can still run Bob Cousy. Obviously, I would prefer a guy like a badged up Steve Francis. So I'm going to plug Francis in there. And then all you got left is a power forward, and you got a lot of MT to work with. So for that, I'm going to tell you to pick up Paul George, and then your squad is pretty complete. Look at your squad now compared to where you started. It's a huge upgrade. This next squad was sent in by my guy Aaron, who says he has 100,000 MT to work with. So if you look at the players he has that he bought, you got Andre Kirilenko, Bargnani, Nick Anderson, Boris Diaw, Bailey Howell, and Michael Cooper, as well as Donovan Mitchell. So a lot of his players are, auctionable players, but about half of them are from, rewards and stuff like that. So a guy like Rayford, Tyreke, Mullen, Aldridge, they're all fine. They're all fine and in serviceable rewards. Now, what I'm going to recommend, the first thing is I talked about this earlier today with another squad. Choose between Bailey Howell and Boris. One of these runs the 3, the other one get rid of. For example, if you don't like Boris as much, plug Nick Anderson right in there. That is going to, you're going to notice a big difference there. You don't need to run any more than 10 people. Just run 10 people, get one of them out of there, sell them, maximize the MT possible. Now, the next upgrades, your squad's all around good, okay? It's all around fine. The next thing I would encourage is piece by piece upgrading. What does that look like? What does that mean? So, for example, when you got LaMarcus Aldridge, this is you know, just a piece by piece upgrade, upgrading him to Serge Ibaka. Okay, same thing, you know, with a guy like Tyreke Evans, for example. If you wanted to upgrade him a little bit, you could go with the Amethyst Klay Thompson, who is just a little bit better in my opinion. Piece by piece, you can slowly upgrade this squad, but for now, just keep holding on to all of your reward players and rocking out with them. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Arrow on Twitter. Says he has over 1 million MT, but he's not using to spend it because he is grinding for the Galaxy Opal Dwayne Wade this season, which makes total sense. So, as you guys can see, Morant and Ray, for both of his point guards, are free. And when you do end up maximizing your squads, obviously you're going to get D-Wade and then another point guard. Who is that point guard? We'll probably get a better one, whether it's Baron Davis or whoever else down the line. But JB, Cam, Reddish, KD, they're all fine right there. Serge is fine. Now your bench, I like Grant Hill. Glenn Robinson's okay, but Ben Simmons, when you start playing like actual games, I feel like that's the guy, in my opinion, that's got to go before anything else. Whether you plug in a guy like Paul George there, whether you plug in, you could just work with some things, but Ben Simmons, the lack of his ability to shoot definitely hurts the card a lot. Now, obviously, you guys know who I would plug in. I'm not telling you to go out and spend MT, but I do think Zion's price isn't in a bad range right now. If you did want to go cop a Zion Williamson, that's maybe the only thing I'd encourage right now. Other than that, your point guards, they can hold it down. Obviously, a Stockton and Monte Ellis would be a lot better. But I totally understand that you're trying to just hold on to your MT and just work for Dwayne Wade throughout the season. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Ricks on Twitter. Says he has about 100k MT to work with. Okay. And the thing about this squad, if you have 100Ks, there's probably not much I'm going to change, okay? That's just the matter of fact of the situation. I'm probably not going to change much, but I'm going to talk about the squad still. So you got Monte Ellis, JB, Connie Hawkins, a great addition. I love him. Zion, AD, Stock, Cam, Grant Hill, KD, and Dave Cowan. So overall, what I see is it's a balanced squad. There's not a lot of adjustments. Now, the biggest weaknesses within this squad, and I say it's a weakness not because it's bad, just because it doesn't stand up to the other positions, are the point guards in Monte Ellis and John Stockton. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say there's a lot better point guards right now in the game, but it's just the fact that you don't have a Steph Curry that hurts just a little bit. And so once we do get that, great point guard, that's where I would definitely focus your MT. So if we get, let's say, a super good pink diamond point guard that comes out, definitely focus your MT towards that. But other than that, I'm not going to adjust a lot to this squad either. Now, I know you guys might want to be like, Ty, why are you even doing this? So why are you even doing these squads? It's just because I like to go over and go over what I see in these squads. Connie's a versatile defender. Same with Zion. AD can obviously do his thing. And that's what I just love. I love the defense in both his starting unit and his bench unit. The last squad that we are going to go over today was sent in by Dennis Schroeder's burner account. So I see a lot of potential with this squad, but I also see a lot of places in which I am going to make adjustments. So let's just start off with the starting point guard position in John Stockton. Now, he has John Stockton, but he says he normally handles the ball with Pro 3, moving behind the back, up the court with Michael Jordan. So that's fine. I'm fine with the Stockton and MJ thing, but I do think Stockton is the best out of your point guard. So if you're just using your point guard as a cone, you might want to flip-flop them in the future. But Middleton, KD, Serge, I like all of that. And then you got Rayford, Monte Ellis, Michael Red, Glenn Robinson, and Jokic. So what I see with your bench, honestly, the main thing that I'm going to do is I don't like Rayford that much. And if you want to keep Rayford, then you got to choose Stockton or Monte and sell one of them. And that's what I would personally do, because there's no point in having that many point guards. You're running a super small lineup, and I'm gonna make an adjustment to that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Zion Williamson to the squad, and to go alongside Zion, I'm going to add Anthony Davis. Now, the one thing I would say is if you have to get this duo, it's going to be super expensive. Now, I know you mentioned you had a little bit of MT, but if you want to maximize your squad, if you don't have the MT to do that, then what I would do is probably move Rayford here. And honestly, I would flip-flop him and John Stockton, because give me Rayford Austin as a spot-up shooter over John Stockton, and then John Stockton can really run this bench unit. So that's probably the major adjustment that I would make within the squad. I love the AD Zion duo. I get it's expensive, but if you have the MT and you're willing to spend it, that is the route I would go. That is going to wrap it up for this episode of Extreme Makeover My Team Edition. Remember, if you didn't see your squad, hopefully I went over a squad today that kind of resembles your squad, that maybe can help you out, whether it's picking up Zion. Hopefully some of these resemble what you guys need. Remember, I do this every weekend, so make sure to stay tuned next weekend if you didn't see your squad, and just reply to my tweet that I put out. I get about over 100 replies, so just know if I miss your squad, I'm sorry. I just can't get everybody's squad done at once. But guys, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.